So into that we go. We met Cusack earlier today, his breeder and now part owner. Craig Newitt on board, has run second in this race before.
Has 56 days since the run now, won at Ballarat, but the important thing, the Ballarat race has changed from a clockwise to an anti-clockwise now, so it's a different it's the Melbourne way rather than the Queensland way, but in many ways I think that might be better for Cusack. That race has not been a great form race in the past. I thought there was a lot of merit in the win. He was on the pace, showed a lot of courage, there's a bit of confidence. He's at long odds. Most of the horses are at long odds because of the two favourites. This horse is over 100 to 1 with the bookmakers. Mashani Warfare, he debuted at Toowoomba on September the 25th in the Pat O'Shea. He's a very, very honest racehorse already. 5 starts for 2 wins and 2 placings. James Allman threw the cast off his arm this week and said, yeah, I'm going to ride him. The doctors didn't think he should. Stupendo, Lizzie, 1 week ago ran. That's been a good formula in recent years, run the week before.
It has been a very good formula, of course. We saw the Shalar colt last year be able to do that in Shakiro, and this is a horse that probably is very similar type-wise to Shakiro. He's quite big and burly, so that run really would have done him the world of good. He looks as though he's in great order as far as his looks are concerned, really nice and relaxed. It's so important to see these horses parading relaxed and switched off, and of course he's eligible for the ladies bonus as well.
Here's Mashani Spartan, who won last week. This horse is actually unbeaten and just proved that it was no fluke at Ipswich. Last week he missed the start, he got back, he was well ridden by Brett Preble there, and he was strong late to beat Stupendo. So he's pretty impressive. Hopefully from that barrier he doesn't have to get so far back. Maybe he's learning, but listening to Brett Preble after in his interview that he said that he would be a better 3-year-old. So look, he's 17 to 1, but he's got to be some sort of chance. He knows how to find the line. Bruce Golden Artie, the 2-year-old by Artie Schiller, they only paid $30,000 for this guy. He won impressively at Doomben.
2022.
And he beat a good horse, Katie, in Soaring Ambition. Now, it was a bit of a funny track that day, but he was strong late. And like the one you just spoke about, I think they're the two best chances out of Queensland. He looks well to me. He's a Artie Schiller, who's the sire of Flying Artie, who's doing great things. Ben Thompson's got a ride in every race today. He hasn't hit the board yet, but I think the horse will run well. Mashani Persuasion's going to be at long odds by one of those freshman sires in heroic value. Second at Eagle Farm, 1 at Eagle Farm, 4 starts ago, debuted on October the 2nd, 1 of the 3 for Les. Rachel King gets the ride today, so a big moment for Rachel. She's a fantastic jockey we know all about. This, Lizzie, we know this story already so well, and we love it, don't we?
Yeah, absolutely. Bought for $25,000 at the last year's Gold Coast yearling sales. This galloper by Bellaspree has really created quite the hype, hasn't he? Of course, we've heard all the talk about how he sat down like a dog and didn't want to get up. Well, he doesn't look like that today. He's really fit and forward in condition. He looks like a nice type, and I can understand why Sharon really liked the look of him.
Heroic Sun, the big opportunity for Aidan Thompson here, and Peter and Will Holbert. He ran last week, he ran 5th. He wasn't too far away from Mashani Spartan, 3 lengths. He did have every possible chance there. He won on debut. This guy, he's had the 4 starts, so he's got the blinkers on. He certainly knows his way around, and look, he's probably going to have his work cut out for him, that's for sure. But it's really nice to see Aidan have a ride here. Here's the favourite, Coolangatta, Liz. James did note at the last start she was probably diving in the soft conditions, so she gets the conditions to suit here with the good track.
Yeah, that's going to be the biggest benefit for her. You can see she's quite a high energy type. She's got those earmuffs on to keep her settled and relaxed, and this is a bit of a melting pot here at the Gold Coast. Where they are in the pre-race stalls, it's a little bit busy. There's a lot of action going on, and she probably hasn't seen anything quite like it. She does look as though she doesn't carry a great deal of condition, but we all know what she can do, and she's looked like that all the way through. Soaring Ambition from the Annabelle Neesham yard was brilliant on debut in the Magic Millions 2-year-old race there at Wyong, where she got back and she went around them and she was wide, and she beat Miss Hellfire on that occasion, and that form looks good. And then second at Doomben, when Tommy just had to skip across heels, I thought she was still brilliant on that occasion. I think she's one of the chances. Russian Conquest, Lizzie, this is a filly by Russian Revolution that I've got on top. I think she's pretty good. Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I've been really taking a look at these Russian Revolutions at the sales recently, and she's got such a type about her. She's got the length that her sire had, Russian Revolution. She looks as though she's handling conditions really nicely, so she's alert, but she's not getting too warm. She's very well turned out, and we all know what the Snowdens can do with their 2-year-olds. They know exactly what type of
of horse it takes to win these races. Miss Hellfire, she's another one from the Peter and Paul Snowden stable. And what I most like about her is what she lacks in class, she makes up for in the way that she's progressive. Every time you see her run, she improves, and she looks as though she's really relishing the way that she's having her preparation planned out. So a daughter of Hellbent looks in great order, and hopefully she can run well for Connections.
And the next horse we're looking at is 200 to 1. That sneaky starter here for Tiffany Brooker, which is a big opportunity for her. Oh, she's into $131 now, Haim. But look, this horse has had 4 starts for the 2 wins in much lower grade. And the next horse is Perfect Mission for my brother Andrew Moe, and a big opportunity for him as well. This horse ran second to Miss Hellfire last week.
And then Snick Cat will have a look at I like that Golden Gift form. I reckon the Golden Gift was a really strong race this year. And this horse was 2.5 lengths away. She ran okay behind Russian Conquest last week. She'll be a good finisher. Now, she's not without a place chance. I think she's fired up a bit on the way to the barrier. Jason Collett there for Gary Portelli. Gary's having a lucky patch at the moment. We know he can train a 2-year-old, that is for sure. But she's quite bold. And this was the most expensive filly bought. Big boom on her. She won her race in New Zealand. She was pretty impressive there at Te Rapa. They threw her in against Coolangatta. Of course, Jamie Richards no longer, I think at the end of April or May, he goes on to Hong Kong, and Mark Walker, who's at the Gold Coast, will come in and take over for Tiako. So, Haim, now bright blue sky there.
Yeah, and Mark Walker we'll get to soon. Lizzie?
Yes, same. I'm with Danny O'Brien, and I thought this horse, of all the horses that I saw in the yard, he looked to be handling everything perfectly, Danny. He's obviously had that run here last start. It would have done in the world of good. How did he present today? Yeah, look, I'm really pleased he did run here last week. Yeah, got a feel for the course, and he did a couple of things wrong that I'm hoping he doesn't do today, but you're 100% right. He's a very professional, well-mannered, lovely little colt that is saddled up in great order. We're expecting him to run really well. You've got the, you're eligible to get the ladies' bonus. You're one of 3 horses. That must be very exciting for your wife. It is. No, they're all the girls are really, really excited. It's a great concept, and yeah, it's just a great week up here now, and yeah, so much of it is about the females getting involved, being out of the sales, as you know. It's added a whole new dimension to racing in Australia. It's fantastic. Well, best of luck. Thanks, Lizzie.
Might be worth having a camera on Nina O'Brien in the last 400 metres or so, or Emma Hawkins, Katie Thompson, maybe. Let's get to Ben Way.
Coolangatta favourite, you don't need me to tell you that. This has been one of the most widely discussed horses across the country for the past couple of weeks, and I'm sure if we see a good performance today in the months leading up to the Golden Slipper as well. A few expecting there to be Daylight second. I don't know if it'll play out that way, but from a market side of things, it is Daylight away from the favourite. $1.90 about Coolangatta. Russian Conquest is $6. So all the fillies leading the way. $7.50 for Miss Hellfire. Soaring Ambition, who I think can bounce back. 11 out to $19, but drawn barrier 15 is the issue. And that's the issue with Stupendo as well. The first of the colts at $23 from a market side of things. Then we're talking 51 into 26 for Snitcat, and there's not a heap of interest in any of the others. It's anchoring a heap of multis. It's the best backed runner, Coolangatta by a mile.
Thanks, Ben, very much. We were speaking moments ago about Bright Blue Sky, the Fastnet Rock filly. Mark Walker taking over from Jamie Richards for Tiako Racing. And Emma caught up with Mark earlier today.
Well, Haim, the Magic Millions sale attracts trainers from all over the globe. Mark Walker has spent the last 11 years in Singapore. He's just returned to New Zealand, but now you're across the ditch trying to buy up big. What have you seen so far?
Well, it was a tough few days, but we in particular bought 5 nice fillies and a nice colt, so they'll go back home to get broken in, and looking forward to seeing them when I can finally get a quarantine spot.
You found some quality from the sales in the past, including a Group 1 winner.
Yeah, Princess Cope and Telltale came out of the sale, so it's been very kind to us.
What about getting back over to New Zealand? You surely got to be enjoying this weather at the moment, though.
Oh, it's been a fantastic week, and you've got to take your head off to Magic Millions. They do it really well, don't they?
Yeah, they really do. We love having people like you at the sale, so thank you for coming over, and we wish you the best of luck for your future endeavours training back home.
Thank you, Emma.
Mark Walker, training back in New Zealand as of 2022, hey?
Thanks, Em. Back to you, Ben. Is there a Tab Hot Horse?
Perfect.
Coolangatta's the hot horse, as you can see, pretty short across the totes as well as on the fixed price with Tab, currently $1.90, but everybody jumping in on the favourite.
Thanks, Ben. Just the speed map, Katie.
I think they're going to go really quick in this. I think Coolangatta, I don't think she'll be far away at all. She's got that natural speed. James has been on her during the week, and look, she looks ready to go. Miss Hellfire won't be far away. She led last Saturday here, sneaky starter. I've got Cusack going forward as well from his nice barrier. Horses like Mashani Persuasion and Spartan, I think, will be going back, but they generally run along here, Haim, every year.
Bruce, just going back to Mark Walker, it's so unusual to have a New Zealand trained horse running on this day.
Just the second one, I reckon, in this race, Haim. I think you've got to go back to Stephen Autry's in 1996 Tiako Rose with that Tiako signature there as well. So yeah, it's a big thing because Karaka's not far off, but this filly bought here $600,000 in this race. I mean, New Zealand prize money, Karaka's $1 million New Zealand, but $2 million unheard of in New Zealand for their racing. Haim, I think the fillies will dominate. Over the years, they've had little runs, both of them. I think it's 19 apiece, the male versus females. I think the fillies will absolutely dominate here. And I'm pretty confident the favourite will win, and if she doesn't, I think Russian Conquest will, but I think Coolangatta will win it.
Thanks, Bruce. So 3 colts, 5 geldings and 8 fillies. Lizzie, you've got Coolangatta up on our screen now. Who looked great in the yard?
I think Stupendo is the horse that looked the best in the yard, but I'm with Bruce as well. I think she's going to be very hard to beat, Coolangatta. She's done nothing wrong all the way through this campaign, and this will be the icing on the cake for connections and trainer and or co-trainers. She looked as good as she has done when she ran in the gym crack, and I didn't get the opportunity to see her last start, but she certainly looks exactly the same as when I first laid eyes on her.
Thanks, Lizzie. For the jockey, 7 of them have never raced in this race before. 7 of the 16. $2 million on offer.
Yeah, they'll be feeling the nerves, that's for sure. Haim, it's a big deal. It's a lot of money at stake, and yeah, there's plenty of jockeys here, as we've touched on with Aiden and Tiff Brooker. It's a massive opportunity, and even for my brother Andrew, he doesn't get opportunities in races like this very often, so he'll be feeling the nerves. And you know, his filly isn't without a chance from the Michael Costa yard, Perfect Mission. She was brilliant, winning at the Gold Coast 2 starts ago, and wasn't too far away behind Miss Hellfire. So if you like Miss Hellfire, you probably have to include her.
And you've got Russian Conquest on top to make it 3 from 3.
Yeah, I think there's something about this filly. She's only little, but she's really neat. She looks like a 2-year-old to me, and I loved her win at Randwick last start. She was brilliant there. Snitcat was a little bit unlucky on that occasion, so probably have to include her too. But it's always a great spectacle. They go quick, and the tough are always there at the end.
7 of these jockeys, Bruce, racing in this high-stakes poker race for the first time.
James McDonald, 10.
Rachel King's one of them, and Katie's mentioned a couple of the others. Ben Thompson, who's been very successful in his short career to date, his first ride in the race as well. It is a very big deal. Haim, it's a moment, isn't it? We're about to have it. It really is a moment, the Magic Millions Classic.
So these horses bought a year ago with the hope that they'd race today in this race right now. $2 million, the Star Gold Coast Magic Millions, the last to load. A couple more to come back in. $1.95 Coolangatta. There's been a few short price favourites. Capitalist won, Snitzel didn't. He's about to welcome some viewers from the cricket. And to all of those who've just joined us from the Ashes, you've joined at a great moment. It is the $2 million, the Star Magic Millions 2-year-old classic. The last about to load. Bruce McAvaney has the favourite, Coolangatta on top for James McDonald, Kieran Maher and David Eustace. They won with a away game a couple of years ago. Can they do it again with this brilliant filly? Katie Mallion alongside of me has Russian Conquest on top, the second favourite. David Fowler has been calling all day, the 7th of 9 at the Gold Coast. We cross to David.
Flattened out now because we're almost at the off. Mashani Spartan goes up. Right, Brooks will need a few sets of eyes here with 3 runners, as will his trainer Les Ross. Stupendo goes in. Soaring Ambition, Cusack and Mashani Persuasion, the last 3 to come up. And now we're just about ready to go. So good luck to all of the connections. Cusack moves in. Mashani Persuasion moves up to an outside gate. Now the starter has control of the field. We need the red light. There it is, flashing away. Starter picks up the button. Coolangatta drawn centre field, runs the favourite. They're set. Racing at the Magic Millions. Snitcat off the inside and Russian Conquest began fast, so did Miss Hellfire and Sneaky Starter driving through. Coolangatta fifth away, then Cusack, followed by Mashani Warfare, Perfect Mission, Felwell, Bright Blue Sky, Soaring Ambition surging forward, then Golden Arty, well back Heroic Sun, about 3 lengths away then came Stupendo and Mashani Spartan, Mashani Persuasion at the tail end. 700 left to run, Sneaky Starter by 1, Miss Hellfire in a good second, Coolangatta going to third, then Russian Conquest, Soaring Ambition Park just behind them, then Cusack, Snitcat, Perfect Mission, Bright Blue Sky, Thelwell, Mashani Warfare, Golden Arty, midfield and wide, then Heroic Sun, Stupendo, Mashani Spartan, Mashani Persuasion, 10 off the lead last of all, around the bend, short of 400 left to run in the millions, Sneaky Starter tackled now by Miss Hellfire, and Coolangatta given her cue, raced up on the outside and raced to the lead. Russian Conquest setting sail after it, down below the 200 metres, Coolangatta's in the lead, can she hold on? There's only one danger, Russian Conquest, Coolangatta in front, Russian Conquest charging, Coolangatta just in front, Coolangatta, she's the hottest girl on the Goldie, she beat Russian Conquest, third Snitcat, fourth over the line was Perfect Cusack, then came at the head of the others Heroic Sun, Golden Arty, Sneaky Starter, well back was Mashani Warfare, Stupendo, Mashani Spartan, Soaring Ambition, Mashani Persuasion, Thelwell, a long way back in the field was towards the tail, Miss Hellfire pulling up quickly, and Cusack last, bar 1, that's Bright Blue Sky in 1904. Number 9, Coolangatta.
It's a really good opportunity to have a chat with both of the trainers. Firstly, how did that feel, putting a lid on it all week, knowing how good you had, and now you've got the job done? Well done.
Yeah, well, it's a big relief when they're such a short price favourite. The team, you know, just doing a great job. Josie and the girls up here, Jess, Holly. J-Mac, when he went early, I thought, oh God, he made me a little nervous. But no, it was great, super. And Dave and I aren't normally at a track together. We're normally, he's somewhere and I'm somewhere else, so it's bloody super.
And to do it together and be here at this moment in time, like we haven't been able to get you together for a long time, so this must be special.
Yeah, look, it's a bit overwhelming, but yeah, it's just great for the whole team, the staff, the owners. Thank this man as well. But, no,
he even gave you a wonderful opportunity, didn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I feel very, very privileged just to be here and to be able to share these sort of things. It's awesome. So to Will, you know, his mother's in the horse. It's just for everyone, it's a great thrill.
I was talking to an integral part of your team, Gab Nutt, and she told me that you identified this filly from actually the paddock.
Yeah, from the farm, yeah. It's getting a bit crazy now, but yeah, we spot her on the farm, and yeah, it's just a big thrill.
And where does she go to now? Is she on a slipper campaign?
Yeah, she'll have a break and head towards the slipper, yeah.
What are you going to do tonight? Quiet one?
Oh, you get a little bit loose in the steering.
Well done, congratulations.
Surprised Kieran Maher didn't thank his sisters as he did after the Cox Plate. He doesn't have them, he just got lost for words, but maybe with the haircut he's thinking a little straighter. But Johnny O'Neill and Ozzie Kahir and Bray Sikorsky, what sort of a time he's had in racing since he started investing. He's been a part of it all. And Bruce, James's season, well, the Everest, the Melbourne Cup, the Magic Millions, continues to get better and better and better.
It's remarkable, Haim. I mean, there's not many things, Katie, that he hasn't won in racing. I mean, he's still young, but he's ticking them off, isn't he? I mean, the Melbourne Cup, obviously, the Colossus, and then this. And coming into today, guys, James had won more than $23 million in prize money. That's not money that he gets all of. He gets 5%. But again, this one, he's having a season like very few jockeys have ever had. He's far and away the #1 jockey in this country in terms of reputation and performance. He's put a gap between himself and an elite group behind him, and so well done to him.
And Bruce, you spoke about this filly's mother, Piping Hot. She's got a runner in the neck. She's only had 2 horses to race. This is one of them. Written Tycoon produces another winner, but Tina Turner, I'm not sure whether you can hear it, Bruce is singing here, Simply the Best. And you look at her, she's 3 from 3. She's just such a beauty. To you, Em.
Good stuff. I think Emma's ready, isn't she?
Haim and Bruce, well, a couple of lunatics in this horse. You've had success over the last couple of months, John and Ozzie, but she is a sensational filly. Congratulations.
Thanks, Em. Yeah, no, she's a beautiful horse. We just feel really lucky. Will Bourne selected her at the sales for us, and we've just built an amazing relationship with Kieran and David and all of the staff. Gabby's been arranging. Jack did a great job in Sydney with her. And the whole process has just been extraordinary. So Oz and I are really lucky. We've got a lot of people that support us in these horses, and most of them are here, Barclay Nettlefold and David and Brett Carty and Maddie Becker, who helps us with our bloodstock. So look, for Kieran and for David it's amazing, and for the owners it's really good, Em, so we're really excited.
So a Jim Crack, the McLaughlin, now a Magic Millions. The sky feels like the limit for her.
Yeah, well, look, let's hope so. And as I said, look, Kieran does a wonderful job with the horses, as David does, so we'll totally leave it up to him. We sort of set the task to try to win the Magic Millions when we bought her last year, and she's done that. So sometimes these dreams do come true, as we're starting to see. So for all of us to be here together, certainly under these times, these COVID times and stuff, we've been at the sales buying horses. This crazy man's pushing me. So I've lost my voice from talking to people trying to sell them, Em. I reckon I might be able to get you in now.
Oh, well, you know what? I tell you what, the sales over the road tonight, Lizzie, watch out. These 2 lunatics going to be going...
Well, Johnny said he was shouting the bar. He seems like he's going to change his mind. He said if we win, we'll shout the bar. But
I'm shouting the bar with you. No, I'm not pulling a singer. I'm not pulling a singer.
Lizzie, over to you with J-Mac.
Yeah, I've got the opportunity to talk to winning jockey James McDonald. Firstly, that drink of water must be tasting really bloody good now.
Oh, absolutely. It's our wasting takes its toll in the heat like it is here, but it's the same every year. You'd think you'd learn a bit more about it, but it's just a great week, and been lucky to be up here all week and prepared for today, and to get the chocolates is awesome.
You got off of this horse after the Gym Crack, and you were so excited about her, and I remember speaking to you on that occasion. How have you been able to sort of keep a lid on it and being able to, you know, sort of get the job done, because it's a high pressure time?
It is, especially with a hyped horse like she is. She's been very dominant favourite for a long time, and obviously the team do a good job of getting her to this race, and it doesn't always work out, but we're lucky today it has, and Barrier 13 was a blessing, and it worked out beautifully.
Congratulations on your first Magic Millions. For some reason I don't think this will be your last.
Thank you. Cheers.
He'd run second before, that was on Sweet Idea. That's become a famous salute. What a season he's had, as we said, the Melbourne Cup and the Everest and the Magic Millions. Kieran McAvoy in season 18-19, $26.2 million worth of winners. James already this season, 25. He's on some sort of a ride. Well done, Kieran Maher. Well done, David Eustace. Congratulations to all of those who've been a part of this wonderful journey so far. There's so much work done behind the scenes. You see the filly on race day doing brilliant things, but to get her here, a lot of early hours, a lot of rugs thrown on at the wrong time of the day, a lot of miles in the truck. The result is this. A quick break. We'll wrap things up from the 2-year-old classic on the other side and look ahead to the Guineas.